Hey guys, Logan here, and welcome to Sunday Thoughts, a series where every Sunday I give my thoughts on a particular person, place, event, news, or anything else in general. And for this Sunday Thoughts video, I'm going to be focusing on another country music singer. It's not going to be on Casey Musgraves this time because I already done a Sunday Thoughts video on her and how I feel about her and her music. So it's not going to be on her. This time it's going to be on a female country musician that I have been a big fan of since 2005, which is 18 years, I think. That 18 or 17 years ago, from 2005 to this year, 2019. I think it's 18, but anyway. This female country music singer that I have been a big fan of since 2005 would happen to be none other than the one and only Carrie Underwood. Ever since she starred on season 4 of American Idol, I think that's the name of that show, American Idol. I mean, I didn't watch her during season 4 of American Idol, but I was a fan of her after she became the season 4 winner of American Idol. I mean, and it was when she released, I think it was her very first song, Jesus Take the Wheel. That was when I instantly, and I mean instantly, became a super fan of Carrie Underwood. And there are like a million reasons for why I've been a huge Carrie Underwood fan to this very day. There's so many reasons, but I'll just give you a few. One of the biggest reasons as to why I love Carrie Underwood so much as her like big number one fan, outside of her husband Mike Fisher and her two baby boys, Isaiah and Jacob, I think that's the name she gave him. I gotta look back to see if that's the name, but anyway, it's because of the fact that of her singing. It's her singing that is one of the reasons why I'm a huge fan. It's how she sounds like whenever she's singing that really gives me chills. That really gives me goosebumps, but in a great way. I'll give you an example. When she was on stage on this award show, I can't remember which one it is. I don't know if it's the American AMA award show or CMA award show. I don't know which one it is, but either one, she was on stage singing How Great Thou Art with Vince Gill, who I really like, by the way. And she was singing How Great Thou Art, and when I hear her sing that song, as particularly on the high notes that she, sing on, how she sings so high, I can't even tell you how much chills I had whenever she does that. I mean, how she sings and how she does those high notes really amazes me to no end. I mean, to the point where I was like, wow. I've listened to a lot of female country music singers, and I couldn't find either one of them that could sing the way that Carrie Underwood can sing. Like, my God, she can sing. Of why I'm a huge fan of Carrie Underwood. It's her singing and how she sings at any song that she sings, whether if it's her own or somebody else's that she sings from, that really made me love her a lot. Another biggest reason as to why I love Carrie Underwood so much as a fan is because of her music. I pretty much love about 99.5% of her songs. Almost every single song. There's a few that I'm like, okay, this one's alright, that one is alright, that one's just okay, this one is fine. But no, 99.5% 95% of her songs I love. Absolutely, not even kidding. I mean, her first album, I think it's called Some Hearts. Her second album, Carnival Ride, and her third song, Play On. I mean, those are like her A+ albums. I mean, that's how much I love those albums that she had. I mean, I love those 3 albums. Some Hearts, Carnival Ride, and Play On. Those are like 3 of her best albums, period, at least to me. Her 4th album, I think, Blown Away, I really like it. I didn't love it, but I really like it. And the 2 special edition type of songs that she later on made, which is Something in the Water and Little Toy Guns, both good songs. And then her 5th full album, Storyteller, I still haven't listened to the whole song, but I have listened to a few songs of hers on that album, and some of them were good. And that leads me to say that her music is another reason why I love Carrie Underwood. It's how her music sounds like, and it's very similar to what I said about her, how she sings, that it truly amazes me to a higher level. And it comes to her music it kicks in whenever I have some emotional days. And by emotional, I mean some happy days that I have, and some sad days that I have, or even some anger days that I have throughout my life. Well, at least most of my life. And whenever I don't have a good day, or at the very worst, have a very distressed days, whenever I feel so down emotionally, and whenever I don't feel very well, and don't feel too happy, if I wanted to listen to a music artist that emotionally raises me up and lifts me up and makes me very happy, Carrie Underwood is one of the few that comes. This is one of the first artists that comes to my mind. She's one of the fewest artists, probably the only artist, in my personal opinion, that truly makes me feel better whenever I don't have a good day. Whether if I'm being sick or don't really feel happy at something that just happened to me, or whatever the case may be. If I'm not having a good day and I wanted to listen to a music artist whose music really lifts me up and makes me very happy, her music would be the one. Or Carrie Underwood's music would be the one that I would listen to help me lift up emotionally. That's how great Carrie Underwood is to me. It's the sound and the nuance and the beauty and the power that she possessed within the songs that she wrote and the albums that she made and written. It's the way she does her albums and how her music sounds like really always makes me smile and puts me in a good mood every time I listen to her music. Now it's very different from when I listen to some other artists like Chris Young, Craig Morgan, my favorite male country music singer, Brad Paisley, George Strait, Trace Atkins, Toby Keith, and sometimes Miranda Lambert. These are the artists that whose musics I listen to for, trying to have a good days, basically. Just having a good time type of moments of listening music makes me want to listen, go like, yeah, I'll go all party. Well, not partyiness and like drinking and no, not any of that. But when it comes to Carrie Underwood's music, her music is the type of music that if I don't have a good day, I would just suddenly go to her albums and just listen to almost every song that I want to listen to help me have a better day. I mean, that's just how good she is. And that's how much she has put an effect on my life. And how, she influenced me or how she's the reason why I listen to country music to this very day. Well, one of the main reasons, if not the main reason, why I listen to country music this very day. Because like I said earlier in this Sunday Thoughts video, if it hadn't been for Carrie Underwood, I don't think I would be listening to country music at all. I don't care how great the ones I mentioned besides Carrie Underwood are. And I'll give you another example of why I'm a huge fan of Carrie Underwood. I mentioned about how she does the high notes in any song that she sings, whether if it's her own or from someone else's. Whenever she does the high notes, it gives me chills. One example of that being her performance in I believe the 2018 CMT Artist of the Year award show. I think that's what it's called. And keep in mind, this was when it was when they were honoring the women in country music: Carrie Underwood, Martina McBride, Shania Twain, Reba McEntire, Miranda Lambert, and so many others. Faith Hill, almost every woman in country music. And it's also back at that time when Carrie Underwood was pregnant with her second child. I don't know if she was 4 or 5 months pregnant or somewhere around there. It's somewhere around there, but anyway, she was performing on stage doing a medley of a few songs from the 2000s, the 1990s, the 80s, from various artists like female artists that I already mentioned. And right alongside her were Maddie and Tay and this group of 3 female singers that I know nothing about, don't know who they really are, called Runaway June. And they were performing a few songs like I just mentioned. And the last part where where Carrie Underwood sings her own song on her latest album, Cry Pretty, sings a song of the exact same name. And the last part of that song she sang, and again, this was when she was pregnant with her second child, and how she was able to sing that high note, and not just that, but also hold on to it for a few seconds, 5 seconds or longer, while still being pregnant. That's impressive. I mean, it must. I could imagine how difficult it must be for her to keep that high note for a few longer than she normally does, especially when she's pregnant with her second child. But anyway, that's just how great. That's how amazing this woman is. I mean, I can't even tell you how many times how amazed I was at almost every song that she sings and some parts where she sings all the high notes. That, my God. So anyway, guys, I could go all day, every day, talking about how much I love Carrie Underwood and why I'm a big fan of her since 2005 when she started her music career. But I think I'll end there. There will be more Carrie Underwood videos in the future, so stay tuned for more in the future. But for now, these are just my Sunday thoughts on Carrie Underwood and why I personally think, and I really don't, and you might not agree with me on this, or you might not feel the same way I feel, but ladies and gentlemen, I don't believe that I'm stepping that far out on a limb when I tell you that I believe in my heart of hearts that Carrie Underwood is the greatest, most talented female country music singer I have ever seen and heard. Period. I could not find a single female country musician that is as talented as Carrie Underwood, in my personal opinion. None of them. I mean, no disrespect to Reba McEntire, Martina McBride, Shania Twain, Faith Hill, Tammy Wynette, and so many other female country music singers that are easily really good, but none of them, in my personal opinion, can sing as talented as Carrie Underwood, in my personal opinion. It's that simple. It's exactly how I feel about her. I mean, I already saw her twice in 2 concerts. The first one being in Dallas, Fort Worth, Texas, years ago, and it was while I was living in Texas before moving into Florida. And the other one being at the Grand Ole Opry a couple of years ago, or 3 years ago. I can't exactly remember when, but it was somewhere around there that I saw her at. So, yeah, guys, those are my Sunday Thoughts video on Carrie Underwood. I apologize that this Sunday Thoughts video is long. I didn't meant it to be that long, but I think it needs to be said, or I think I feel like I want to talk more about how much I love Carrie Underwood to this very day. I mean, and the motivation behind me making this Sunday Thoughts video on her is her winning the BBMAs, which is Billboard's Music Awards, award for top country female artists. I think that's the award that she won. That was the motivation, the reason why I made this Sunday Thoughts video is because she won that award at the Billboard's Music Awards show, which I didn't watch, but I saw the one post on social media where she won, and I was like, okay, I'm so happy for her. She deserves it. Nobody deserves this but her. So yeah, that's one of the reasons why I wanted to do this Sunday Thoughts video on Carrie Underwood. So yeah. So anyway, guys, those are my Sunday thoughts on Carrie Underwood. If you guys enjoyed this video, please click the like button, and if you have listened to Carrie Underwood's music, comment below to let me know what you think of her. If you enjoy what you've seen here and you want to see future videos from me, please press up there to subscribe and turn on the notification bell. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a great week, Battle Squad, and as always, fight the good fight.